Hello, lost souls. My name is Nyla, and I will be your guide through the abyss. Today I don't have any particular message, so we will be diving back into the cards. Um, Today we're going to be using the Anne Stokes Necronomicon Tarot and the Wisdom of the Oracle. And yeah, that's about it. Um, Spirit, has been, giving me a lot of, single messages, that haven't come from the cards. So I haven't, really felt the need to dive back into the cards. But anyway, if you're new here, welcome in. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Uh, and we will begin with the Necronomicon Tarot. I think we're going to draw 4 cards. That's what I'm being advised to do right now. To draw 4 cards from the Necronomicon Tarot. So that is what we will do. And then we will draw a card from the Oracle of Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And see what comes out. Hope everyone's had a really good week. Really good day. You're probably not ready for, Monday to come back around. Hope you're enjoying the weekend, though. A lot of, crazy stuff going on out there. Especially with, Trump and all of his, executive order signing lately. That's been quite the disappointment, I guess I could say. I would have figured that our country would be further along in accepting and integrating things that are different, that are outside of the norm. I didn't really expect us to start going backwards in time, like we are, or like our government is currently trying to do. So that's crazy. That's definitely crazy to see. But I don't think it's really gonna go anywhere. Personally. I don't think, most of those executive orders that were signed are going to go into effect at all. I think it's a constitutional violation. I'm pretty sure that some of them absolutely are. And they will be phased out in the other branches of government before they even get anywhere. I mean, especially the part of the executive order that Trump signed to pull out of the World Health Organization. That was just really fucking stupid. I don't know what the hell he's thinking. I suppose he's probably not thinking at all. Alright. So, we have our cards. let's get into it. Well, first, let's invite the spirits. We invite the dark gods and goddesses and the spirits that work with and around them into this space at this time. We also invite the any other god, goddess, or spirit who wants to allow their knowledge and wisdom to be known at this time. Anything that you want to say, you can use me as a channel for this in this reading and during this reading. Thank you and blessed be. Alright, let's get into the cards. So, the first card we have is the Strength card. So, that definitely it ties into what I was just talking about. At this time, we all need to show strength and to have strength. That we will get through this time together, and that you know, that the things that are currently happening, you know, to the trans community and to other and to you know, women's abortion rights will not prevail, and that we can stop it before it goes into effect. We need to have faith that we can overcome all of these things, and that we will overcome all of these things. But the next card we have is the King of Cups. And I forget what this card actually means. As many times as I've studied tarot cards, I can never actually remember the meanings of these cards. But from the imagery right here, the moon in the background of this card, and the illumination stands out. At this time, certain things are going to be illuminated for us. A path will be shown. Path will show itself to us in order to, you know, to push through and to open new doorways for the collective, for our and for our country, as we go through this difficult time with these religious crazy people who are trying to put biblical law into actual law. The other thing I notice about this card is the chalice down here, and the herbs that are being squeezed into the chalice. This is medicine. You know, this is herbal. This is, you know, it's a time of it's about healing and what else, spirit? What else? Healing and helping heal ourselves and other people, so that we might unite with one another to fight or to either fight or bring down, you know, peacefully. That's what Spirit is saying, to fight peacefully, to bring these roadblocks to bring these roadblocks down, to break the wall, like the Berlin Wall, bring down the wall, I think it was the Berlin Wall. I think that's what it was. The one that was actually, it was we had that history of being built up and protesting against it until it was broken down. And then we have two cats down here, which is obviously Bast, the goddess Bast, which is showing herself in this reading right now. And Bast is her symbolism with cats. The cat itself being, a descendant of much bigger, much more ferocious predators, are very limber, and they're very, light on their feet. They can squeeze through spaces that, most other animals cannot. So Spirit is asking us to be, light, and Spirit is asking us not to hold on to these anxieties and these emotions that are weighing on our shoulders. They're asking us to be light on our feet, to be limber and loose, and to not worry about, what's coming, because it will not, whatever is coming will not be here forever. It can't, it can't be here forever. It's not sustainable for our society. These things that are going on in the, in the government and in society and in general, these things are not sustainable, and they will fall away, as does our current society. In the U.S., the way that things are running right now is not sustainable, and we've heard that from multiple different scientists and whatnot. So these things are not here to stay. They're just here for a little while, and we just have to be light on our feet. We have to be limber and loose. We have to, find our loopholes and whatever we have to do to to survive these next 4 years. And then, these things will be gone, and we will have something new to face, right? Because that's how it is with government. It's never just one thing. It's this this ends, and then in the next term with the next president, we have to deal with a new set of problems. And that's how it's been since the beginning of government in the United States. Anyway, next we have the Three of Swords. And this is quite an interesting card here. I believe this card talks about, what I'm getting is a bit of a betrayal. Someone is being betrayed here. Someone or something has been betrayed. And quite possibly that could be Mother Nature herself. as we see the swords in both of these characters' hands, you know, a sign that that we as a society are still, in a state of trying to fight against our nature, our true nature, and the natural order of the world that we live in. And we're rigid, we're tight, we're not compromising, you know, and that's going to eventually bite us in the ass. Um, and it and you know, we have to overcome these things. We have to start scaling back our cities and our towns, so that we can stop destroying the environment around us, and so that we can come back into harmony with nature itself. But yeah, I think that's what that card has to say. I believe that's what it has to say. I'm just looking back at this strength card, and we see this tentacled creature holding up a block of this wall that is then being I believe being attached to and carried up to the wall by this other creature up here. And I believe this is a message of building our foundation to be strong, in our foundation, to be strong in our beliefs and in ourselves at this time. So yeah, the last card that we have is the Ten of Cups, and this Ten of Cups is an interesting one. It's very interesting. And we see the cat statue, which is fast again. Fast coming in strong in this message. But the reason that this card is interesting to me is that the woman in this picture holding the full cup with her eyes closed, her head tilted down, and this man over here whose cups are all empty. I believe the type of vibe that I get from this personally is that this woman over here is slightly looking down on this man over here because he doesn't have a whole lot. She's got this beautiful dress. She's got all of these cups full, and he's over here in rags, and his cups are all empty. So she's got everything. She's got the whole deal, the whole package. And this man is asking for a little bit of what she has. And although I believe she's offering it, I don't think she's being genuine in her reasoning for offering this up to this man. So at this time, there could be some things being said that are not genuine, that are not actually true. There could be a lot of things, especially in government, that are not being said that are true, the actions being taken that are not actually, the intention of the government or the president himself, to make himself, to make himself look good, to make himself look like he's giving the people what they want. And then, the next thing you know, he could turn around and do something completely different. We've seen that with multiple presidents as well. But also, This is a card of being humble, knowing when to ask for help. You know, we should all know, and we should all learn how to ask for help, how to go to other people, to to ask them for a little bit of their cup. Even if it's just one cup. You know, one cup full for a person is all it takes to fill all the rest of these cups. Because you can take that one cup and you can pour a little bit into each of these cups down here. And then you will have, you will have a little bit of, everything. And when you have a little bit of everything, you can start to pour more attention into those things until you have all of these cups full. And that's really what it takes to become, to live life to its fullest extent, is to have just a little bit of everything, and then, strive and push forward to put more energy, to put more time, to put more of yourself into everything that you into every little thing that you do have. And eventually, that little bit of wine that you put into each of these cups becomes a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more, until you have all of these cups full. So it goes from this side, and then it switches over to this side, where you're asking for something, and you're asking for a little bit of help, you're asking for a handout, and then once these cups are full, you're over here, you're the one offering these things to other people. And because you have, something to offer to other people. And that's how it should be. If we have something to offer, we should be offering it to everyone. And not just for selfish purposes either, not for money or anything like that. We should be offering it because it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to share what we have with other people who have less than us. And that's how society thrives, is that we give the people who have little to nothing what little we can give them from our cups, and from our homes, and from our banks, and what little we have, we should be offering to those who are less fortunate, to those who don't have as much. But, don't put yourself out on the street or anything. Give what you can give. And, a little bit goes a long way for, people who don't have a whole lot. A little bit can really go a long way. So, anyway, that's what I believe the message for that card is today. Let's get into the Oracle cards. The Oracle card. This will be an energy card. That's what Spirit is saying. Energy card for the day. Round and round. Isn't that the truth? We're all going a little bit round and round with the with how things are in the U.S. right now. Especially with Trump. We had the first round where things went really bad, and now we're right back where we started. And things are just going round and round. Let's go to the book and read what it has to say about this card. If I can find it in the book. I'm trying to find it in the index. Here we go. Alright. Page 93. Here we go. Round and round. Essential meanings. The spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated. Cycles you are challenged to break. Revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. Which is kind of what we have to do right now, right? The Oracle's message. The appearance of this card is a reminder that although it may appear that you've gone backward, the truth is that you're standing at a higher level looking down into your circumstances. You will learn something, do something better, break a cycle set up in the past. You actually have a bird's eye view of your situation. Footprints can access the wisdom and lessons learned. You have a bird's eye view of your initial footprints and can access the wisdom and lessons learned. So yeah, that's what this card is about. That's what this this ten of cups is about right there. That looking down on the situation, you know, as we see it right here, you know, she's looking down at the situation of this man, and what she sees and what he needs right now. She's looking down to seeing what that he doesn't have a whole lot, you know, and she's offering him a cup. Her cup, one of her cups, is full. So that's the message for that card. We will go into the prosperity message for this oracle card. If you're in a scenario that happens to be an echo of something that's already happened in the past, in your work life, or in life in general, it is because you're being invited to see what you couldn't see before. This is a perfect time for you to look at the deeper motives you have and your attraction to the opportunities and people who have entered your life to be part of your journey to prosperity. Who helps you navigate? Who sabotages you? Who supports you? What are the familiar signs and your responses to them? When you find yourself in a repeat of a pattern of the past, it is a good time to coach and mentor who you can help see what you. It is a good time to get a coach or mentor who can help you see what you can't on your own. Repeat what works, not what doesn't. And then you will free yourself from the old cycles and cease going round and round. And I believe that's also what's going on here. You know, we're having a second Trump presidency because too many people have not yet realized, you know, what's going on, what's really going on. They haven't learned yet, you know, that this guy does not have their best interest at heart. He has his own interests at heart. We saw that in the last presidency, and people are still blinded by this guy's, you know, by this guy's golden tongue and his promises of, you know, in his promises to bring back a better America. So that's what's going on with that. But anyway, that is going to wrap up this video. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like down below. Leave a comment, let me know your thoughts and opinions. I hope this video has earned your subscription. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Shadows whisper slow.